the young, and the restless spoilers. In the glimmering yet turbulent world of Genoa City, few figures loom as large as Victor Newman. The patriarch of the Newman family, Victor's influence stretches across the city's social and business landscapes. But in his relentless pursuit of power, Victor often leaves a trail of destruction in his wake, and this time, it's his own family that lies in the crosshairs. Victor's decision. It all began with a decision Victor made in a fit of frustration and strategic calculation. Believing Nikki, his longtime love and wife, had become more of a liability than an asset, he made the cold-hearted decision to fire her from Newman Enterprises. This act not only shook the very foundation of the Newman family but also sent shockwaves through the entire community. Nikki, devastated by the betrayal, found herself adrift, and the cracks within the family began to widen. Jack's opportunism. Always the opportunist, Jack Abbott saw this familial fracture as a golden opportunity. Longtime rival to Victor and a man of considerable ambition himself, Jack decided to exploit the Newman family's vulnerability. His plan was to deepen the existing rifts, turning the family members against each other to weaken their united front. Jack envisioned a scenario where the Newman empire, divided and embattled, would crumble under its own weight. Diane's discovery. However, the intricate webs of deception in Genoa City never remain untangled for long. Diane Jenkins, a woman with her own history of conflict and entanglement with both Jack and Victor, stumbled upon Jack's cunning plan. Although her initial reaction was tinged with jealousy, fearing that Jack's actions were a twisted way to help Nikki and make her happy, Diane's strategic mind quickly grasped the broader implications. Realizing that Jack's plot could lead to significant turmoil, she decided to take action. A secret alliance. In a bold and secretive move, Diane decided to take this information directly to Victor. The meeting was shrouded in secrecy, as Diane and Victor conspired to counter Jack's manipulations. Their plan was delicate and precise: dismantle Jack's scheme without igniting a full-blown war between the Newman and Abbott families, and without jeopardizing the stability of Jabot, the Abbott family's business empire. Victor's scheme. Victor, ever the master strategist, saw in this an opportunity to not only thwart Jack but to turn the tables entirely. He proposed a plan that would sow seeds of mistrust and enmity between Jack and Diane. By pitting them against each other, Victor hoped they would become so consumed by their mutual animosity that their personal and professional lives would implode. This way, Victor could enjoy the spectacle of his enemies destroying each other without lifting a finger. The unraveling. As the plan unfolded, the tension escalated. Jack, sensing that something was amiss, started to piece together the betrayal. His realization that Diane had been feeding information to Victor felt like a knife to the back. The trust between them shattered, and Jack's anger and sense of betrayal drove him to drastic actions. The feud between Jack and Diane escalated quickly, turning personal and vindictive. Their once cordial interactions turned into a battleground of accusations and counter-accusations. The professional implications were equally severe, with the stability of Jabot hanging in the balance as Jack's focus shifted from business to personal vendetta. Nikki's position. Amidst the chaos, Nikki found herself caught in a maelstrom of emotions. Her anger towards Victor for his betrayal was tempered by a reluctant appreciation for his cunning. She was also wary of Jack's manipulations, realizing that his actions were not purely out of concern for her well-being. The realization that both men were using her and her family for their own ends left Nikki feeling isolated and mistrustful. Victor's triumph. Victor watched with a mix of satisfaction and cold calculation as his plan came to fruition. Jack and Diane's mutual destruction seemed imminent, their lives unraveling as predicted. Victor's manipulation had not only thwarted Jack's initial scheme but had also ensured that two of his biggest adversaries were too preoccupied with each other to pose a significant threat to him. As the dust settled, the Newman family, though battered and bruised, began to rebuild. Nikki, with her characteristic resilience, started to mend the fractured relationships within her family, recognizing that their unity was their greatest strength against external adversaries. Jack and Diane, on the other hand, faced a long road to recovery. Their professional reputations damaged and their personal lives in disarray, they were forced to reflect on their actions and the consequences of their manipulations.